Let me tell you something, yeah. What's up, everybody? I think we're live. Yep, here we go. It is being distributed through La La Land. What's going on, everybody? Wait for a few of you guys to come in here. We got the stream up and going tonight just for a few hours. Just kind of chilling before I go to work. Just went to the gym, worked out a little bit, feeling pretty good. What's up, everybody? How you doing? Put the American background. Steven, how you doing, bud? I put the American background. Today has been quite the. I mean, I've seen some stupid shit on the internet, but Portland, Oregon, what are you doing? I know there's some wacky left nut, crazy hippie, make love, not war, peace mongering, tree hugging people up in Oregon, but damn, dude. I don't get it. First they do these and I'm not the only one talking about this right now. What's up? Happy New Year, Alan. I'm not the only one talking about this right now. Every single content creator in all of our platforms, all of social media, whether it be TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, you name it, your grandmother's back door, they're all talking about the same thing. How can these protest groups in Portland, Oregon, and different places, they're rallying up right now. But first they did a whole thing on no kings, right? How dumb how dumb how dumb do they think the American people are? They do this whole protest thing about no kings, right? They do this whole protest thing about no kings. We don't want dictators, blah 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 blah. And we go and take out a dictator. You would think the American people were like, "Oh yeah, take out a dictator." In non-legitimate leader of a country that forced his way in there and took over, and yet we protest and here in America, protesters that are paid to protest, right? Whatever the narrative is, they're paid to protest about no kings. But when we actually take care of an actual dictatorship, they're all. It's beyond me. I don't get it. People are just either they're getting paid pretty well to say some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They're getting paid pretty well to wave these flags and wave these little banners and stuff like that. Is absolutely crazy. Beyond me that these people would protest no kings about our own president and then go out there and support an actual dictator that is legitly a dictator of a company or of a country. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It really doesn't. But anyways, I'm not here to talk about all that bullshit. You guys get enough of that on the news streams and people that actually focus on that type of talk. I'm just here to say, hey, what's going on? Happy Sunday to everybody. I figured I'd go live, give the opportunity to come join me. Let's see who decided to join me today. We got Steven in the background. Hey, buddy, how are you? Good to see you. Alan, what's up, Dennis? Happy New Year. New Year's over there, bud. But Happy New Year to you too. Mike Johnson, as normal, in Renton, Washington. How you doing, buddy? And hopefully he doesn't join all the protests. Mike, I don't know what's going on down there, West Coast, man. What's up, Robin Marie in the house? Hey, boo boo. What's up, boo boo? What's going on? We got Diane in the house. I'm doing good. Diane. Thank you for asking. Yeah, we got Alan. I'm back in Rhode Island. There you go, man. You enjoy your time in San Diego, bro? I'm glad you enjoyed your time, man. Kevin, how you doing? Happy New Year, Kevin. How are you? Thank you. Happy New Year's to you too. Hello, everyone. Happy New Year to all. Patricia Gale Walters. Right on. Thanks for saying hi. I like the meme where dictator has said, "Come get me," and Trump, "Hold my beer." Right? Talk about the classic case of F around and find out. Right? When you provoke, I don't know. The way it went down was flawless. It was, and Congress is pissed. Congress is pissed because they've caught on, and if you haven't noticed, they've caught on. If the administration goes to anybody in Congress, anybody whatsoever, they are not bound to the same military secrecy as the Department of War or the government that's running our military and things like that. That part of the administration. Senators and House representatives and everybody that runs Congress and all that bullshit, they're not held at the same. Well, they are, but they're not. They're really not. What's up, Andrew?
What's up, buddy?
Buddy, let me get my headset on. Thanks for joining, man.
Not a problem. Top of the evening to you.
Let me get my headset on so I can hear you. Hey.
How's your night going so far?
Good. Just started. I figured I'd jump on here for a couple hours before I go to work. So I was just talking about the whole, the administration kept it secret and didn't tell anybody, because if they told somebody, then it would have been leaked out and the press would have knew what was going on. So the press is pissed for not knowing anything. Congress is pissed for not knowing anything. And they're like, well, you didn't declare, you didn't go through us to declare war. He hasn't, and he never will, because he's not going to rely on the Congress to declare war. He's going to do individual small strikes to eradicate what's going on and to put out a message saying, don't fuck with us no more.
Yeah, and essentially it falls underneath the counterterrorism ideal anyway, so that's
correct.
Already protected.
And Congress is still hooting and hollering about, you need to declare war. No, we're not declaring war. We're not going to declare war. We declared a suppression of narcos and cartels and people that are poisoning our people, but that's it. That's just war on terrorism, continuation, of what we've been doing. So I don't know. I just think it's hilarious that everybody's pissed off. You got the Congresswoman of New Mexico just bitching and raving. They shouldn't have done this. They should. Bitch, sit your ass down and shut the fuck up. That's what I wanted to say. I was like, you don't know shit. You're a fucking Congresswoman that plays with our money. Just go back and play with our money and spend our money wisely. That's what needs to happen. So there's a couple things. There's a whole no taxes. People are just starting to jump on this huge bandwagon that's going around and saying about taxes and stuff like that. But I think the social media platforms are starting to, I don't know if they're pushing the narrative or if they're holding back the narrative, because it's kind of wishy-washy. Like I posted a couple things about, taxes and things like that, and it didn't get no traction whatsoever. Maybe people are burnt out about it, or maybe everybody's jumping on the bandwagon. So everywhere you see, it's about taxes, it's about paying taxes, it's about your taxes, where it's going and stuff like that. So I don't know if it's so saturated that everybody's sick and tired of it. But then when I post something that's totally off the wall, just bonkers and stupid, they're like, yeah, that's funny, man. I love that shit. Yeah. Maybe they need that distraction. I don't know. Maybe Trucker Stevie is that distraction for him, where it's not a political game that we're doing over here. So I don't know. We will see. How are you doing, Andrew?
I'm just kicking back, waiting.
Oh, can't hear you.
I'm just kicking back, waiting.
Oh, I can't hear you.
Let me check my mic.
Are you there?
It says my mic is good.
Setting them.
Maybe I need to re-enter.
Oh, yeah, I can't hear you. I don't think I muted you. Now you're unmuted.
Is that better now?
Why don't you go back out and come back in?
All right.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to the sound. Can you guys hear me? Okay, thumbs up. Oh, Michael said, "Hey, have a great evening. Stay safe and well." Oh, thank you, Michael Snow. Appreciate that, buddy. Not much. Saw Chipper. Okay, saw Chipper on my page, did you? And there you go. Are you back?
Yeah, test.
Not. Maybe it's my side. I don't know. Can you hear me?
Everybody in the chat saying that they can hear me.
Oh, I can hear you now. Maybe it was my volume. I just fucked with my volume here.
Yeah, I'm just still sitting here in McAllister waiting for that part.
Damn, bro.
Hopefully tomorrow.
Damn. Getting paid overtime, are you?
I wish.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Oh
everybody's saying
man.
that they can hear both of us now.
Yeah, we can hear. Yeah, I can hear you now too. We need to talk about North Korea and keep. Yeah, they've been flexing their little stupid I want to say PPs. They've been flexing their little PPs for the longest time. They don't want to do anything. Maybe China might invade Taiwan. I don't know, but that's going to be interesting to see what they do. But as far as North Korea, he needs to sit his little PP butt down.
Hiya, Patty P. Good to see you.
Hey, found you. Hello. Hey, Scott. What's going on, bud? We got good to see you, Andrew. Steven there again. Steven.
Hi, Kay.
The Eagles lost. Oh, okay. The Eagles play tonight. Wasn't the Navy game like last night or something like that?
I think
Navy
so.
against Army, was it? I don't know who won though.
Yeah, the Seahawks put a smackdown on the Niners.
Yeah, I know. I heard that too. What's up, Kay? How you doing? Ooh, she's up late tonight. Kay, say hi, Andrew.
Yep, I said hi back to her.
Right on. So yeah, I'm just chilling here. I thought I'd just jump on. I broke my toe this morning.
That's nice.
I know I smashed it pretty good. I don't know if I can get a view here. Let me see. Let me get my toe up here.
Oh yeah, it's looking pretty nar.
I mean, can't see this side, but it's I broke my toe. It's right there. I broke my toe. That sucks. So I was trying to get over my little fence thing in my room, and I had a laundry basket. And when I went down, I tripped, and my foot just went bam.
Oh man.
And all I heard was a snap, crackle, pop, and I was just like, Rice Krispies. It hurt, man. Oh, but there's nothing you could do with a broken toe. I mean, you can put tape around it and set it, but it's forever going to be like this, you know? It's going to be like this. It's like having those weird dudes that have like the curl arounds and shit like this, you know?
Yeah.
Not that I'm looking at any weird dudes with that shit, but you know what I'm saying. But anyway. Yep. She says she's off tomorrow. Thank you, Andrew. Good to see you too. Yeah, not much going on tonight. Not much going on either. I just been watching the news and just kind of catching up on just different current events. And everybody's talking about this bullshit. Everybody, every content creator, everybody on Tik, everybody on Insta, everywhere, man. Everybody's talking about this bullshit.
Yeah,
I think they did
interesting stories about it.
I think they did really well. And we have every right to claim back our shit that they stole, you know?
Yeah, all of the oil fields.
Yeah, they got it. They were in there legally. Exxon was in there legally, you know, piping, bought the rights to the lands, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then they just took it over. So,
yeah, same with Chevron.
Yep. I think that has, and Trump's not denying it. He's like, yeah, we're going in there for the oil. Fuck them. You know, we'll just kill two birds with one stone. That's what they thought.
We're gonna modernize their oil infrastructure, and then we're gonna use it to pay for it.
Yeah, and then hopefully make shit. That would be nice to make that one of our states, Venezuela. Yeah. Although it's pretty dangerous down there for us gringos, but it'd be nice if they modernize everything, if they, you know, upgrade their lives because of this and be able to spend the money that they're earning for their country back onto their people.
And then all of
That'd be
Western Canada too.
Ouch, you broke your toe. Is that going to affect your drive? No. What are you talking about? You just broke a toe. You just keep on going, bro.
Yeah.
No, I ain't no bitch. You know what I'm saying? I don't claim that, I just keep on working, bro.
I've had some gnarly injuries on that truck and just keep on working through it, man.
Yeah. Well, when I popped my arm, you remember I told you I popped see that? The tendon's gone. The tendon that was here holding this muscle closer to here popped. And now I've got this big indent and it's fucked up. And I can't use my arm anymore as much as I can with that one. See, I'm stronger on this one. This is my non-strong arm, but now I'm stronger on that one than I am this one. See that? How fucked up it is? Yeah. But that was the day where I tried to move, dumbass me, I tried to move a pallet and I popped it and it went snap. And all I was just like, I wanted to throw up instantly. It was like, oh my God, the pain is like internal. So I got a good threshold of pain, man. You probably knock me out. I'll get back up. Be like, okay, here we go. Let me get back to it.
Good evening, Dar. Welcome in.
All right, Dar. Survived your surgery, I believe. Yeah, Delta Force went in. Yeah, it's been a long time since we used Delta Force for anything. I tell you what.
Yeah, those decoys made me broke.
Yeah, I guess they consider this a domestic, right outside our doors. So they use the Delta Force instead of the Marine Corps or the SEAL teams, which is kind of cool because Delta Force, they're like, oh, yeah, right on. Man, we'll go out there and bust some ass. So they went in there and took some shit out. So I believe there was no, like, civilian casualties. Don't quote me now. But I think if there was, it's very, very, very minimal. It's just on the military base and military combatants. So they were taking out military targets and stuff like that. So
yeah, they came in hot, heavy, and quick, man.
Yeah, they did. 2:00 in the morning, some blokes on the railing of his apartment complex. He's like, "Holy shit, look at this, bro!" You hear the translation is like, "Holy fuck, somebody's here." Who the hell is that?
I sent you that one video of Maduro calling out Trump.
Yeah. Well, they posted that to the White House official TikTok
page.
Yeah,
I thought that was amazing. He was like, "All right, here I am."
But I think they were planning, attacks well into last month. They're actually planning it. But that is the greatest thing right now because Trump has finally learned not to tell fucking Congress anybody. Don't tell them anything because as soon as you tell somebody in Congress or the House of Representatives, it's out there, man. Somebody puts it out there and leaks it out there because the person with the information is the worst person with power. That's what they think. Hey, I got some information. It's back. It goes way back to like the kings of kings. You know what I mean?
Right.
The peasants would run around and then you'd have the squire or whatever the hell you would have somebody in charge. He would, man, I'm telling you, it's the same goddamn thing. You cannot trust anybody, regardless if even if they have security clearances, and they prove that every single time.
Yep.
They leak that shit out. So, and I'm only talking about that because I know operational, risk management. I know operational.
Yeah, I know OPSEC too.
Yeah, OPSEC, keep your mouth shut, loose lips sink ships. And that's exactly what Congress and the House of Representatives, that's what they do. They bleak that shit out. And I don't know if they get paid for it, if they get compensated for it, or if they get, I don't know, popularity, what the hell they do. But I'm glad they don't tell them anymore, unless by law they have to declare war on another country. They don't tell them shit. It's an administration thing. That's it. And the administration right now is real tight. Like they're an oiled, greased machine. They are tight from the DOJ to the DOD to
no longer DOD, it's the DOW.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Department of War. Yeah.
Department of War now. Rebecca. Good to see you. I'm sorry to hear that, Kay. I'm sorry that you did that to your arm also. She was commiserating with your pain.
No, yeah.
And then Dar said, yes, you're doing good, but still hurting a bit.
Yeah, my toe hurt. But I can still wear my boots. I wore my boots earlier today, put some socks on, so I'm fine. As long as I don't do like any crazy stuff, I should be able to push the pedal. because I
Yeah,
push the pedal with my right
we
foot.
actually have a real Delta Force. That is the Army equivalent to Special Forces. So that's SQF.
Mm-hmm. Who has that?
Kevin.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, where are you from, Kevin? Must be from overseas.
Well, he said we had, so that would
I
imply
didn't
that
know
we
we
had
had. Oh, well, you might. Yeah, we do. There's Delta Force. There's SEAL teams. There's Rangers. So Delta Force, Ranger. Well, Delta Force is more domestic, like law enforcement type invasions, DEA. I don't know, mostly
oftentimes
taking out
like
drugs,
that movie
drugs and
Sicario.
hostage situations and shit like that.
You ever seen that movie Sicario?
Yeah.
Yeah, that showed the Delta Boys and how they actually embed with law enforcement, and
Yeah.
that's what we actually did during this raid. We
so you
had
even have
DEA
SWAT
and
team.
FBI.
So you have SWAT team as police. You have Delta Force as kind of federal ish, and then you have your SEAL teams, which is Navy, Marines, Navy, Marines. I think there's other forces in there too, but I think it's mostly Navy and Marine Corps. And then you have your Rangers, which is pretty much Army. I think you can go. I think if you're in the Navy, you can go to. No, I don't think you can. I don't think you can cross
I think
over.
it's like mainly force recon and
Yeah,
SEAL teams.
yeah. Special forces. I don't think you can cross them like that. You have to be within the branches that support them. U.S. Navy and Marine Corps are primarily in the SEAL teams. I don't think Air Force guys are.
Air Force got the pararescue, all the jumpers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Parachutists, the Pararangers, and
yeah.
well, Rangers. Yeah, so Air Force and Army can go into the Pararangers.
Yeah.
Or the Rangers, right? I don't know. Maybe somebody knows out there. All I know is that SEAL team is usually mostly of Marines and Navy.
Yeah, Stephen, that was mainly SEAL teams that did that operation.
Yeah, SEAL teams were in there for Bin Laden and for Iraq as well, for Saddam Hussein. We're all SEAL teams. No, wait, would the Army do? No, yep, those SEAL teams. SEAL Team 6 to be exact, I think. Or SEAL Team 3 and SEAL Team 6.
Yeah, each of the different teams have a different specific job that they're set out to do. Like one is transportation, one is actual attack squads.
Then you get your special boats, all that stuff. But it's all fun. All fun. They all kick ass and they're all fucking tough dudes and gals. I don't think there's any gals right now, but I think they're all dudes. According to Pete Hegseth, can't be fat anymore either.
Right. You can have a beard.
Yeah, and you can. Well, nah, they're trying to go away with that shit. The old beard thing.
Yeah, most of the time.
I know if you're special forces,
you don't see it. They'll be grizzled, man.
Special forces, yeah.
Yeah.
They'll be funny as shit because they'll be in their morning formation. Like there was one SEAL team guy that had cut. There were military pants. They were like camis, right, all the way going down, but he had them cut at his knees. So he was in like surf attire, and he had like a green shirt with like his blouse opened up, and he had this beard going, and then a bandana. And he came to muster like that. We were like, he didn't give a fuck. He's like, what are they gonna do? Fire me? I don't think so. Their status is just like, man, when they come on the boat, man, they get special treatment like crazy, dude. Because we used to feed them too. We used to.
That's the way it should be, though.
Anything they wanted, man. They come there. I want 5 pieces of steak. We were like, fuck. All right, here you go, 5 pieces. Them guys got anything they wanted. Oh, he lives in Indiana. Okay, cool, man. So yeah, I know they made a movie, Delta Force with Chuck Norris. Yep. Yeah. So you think more Delta Force is like law enforcement, federal agents, marshals, all that shit.
I think there were Delta boys that we lost over there in Mogadishu, right? Black Hawk Down.
Believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, think so. I'm not all into like all of the history of the military wars and invades and all that stuff. I just know a few and just the ones I was involved with. Yeah, Wynn's in the house. What's up, Wynn? Good evening, gentlemen. Hey. So, but yeah.
I thought it was amazing that they did it all with helicopters, but you did see that we finally got a chance to play with the F-22.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they were
Did,
using the F-22 to do some ground work.
did they attack? Yeah. Well, that's cool. Is that the new one that they just built?
No, the newest one is the F-35, and F-22 is the Raptor. That's the
Oh, that
one
was
that
the
we don't.
F-47. That was the F-47 is the
Yeah,
newest one.
the,
47
I
present?
don't think we have any of those in full production yet.
Not yet. Okay. That would have been fucking cool. That would have been cool if they did the prototype. We're gonna head test this shit.
I know that we
sometime.
had some Raiders down there,
Yeah.
so those likely flew out of Whitman Air Force Base right over here. Either that or South Dakota.
Well, have you not noticed? Okay, I don't know. Driving truck, right? Have you seen in the distance the afterburners of the jets going
Yep.
back and forth, and then you have the fuel tanker going around in circles?
Yeah, the KC-130.
They have been practicing for the last I don't know how many months. So I noticed that too. I was just like, whoa, there's some serious afterburners. They're just serious G's up there. But I think that's where they were doing it. But I'm not gonna say too much what I saw. I just saw lights in sky. And then they stopped Friday.
Imagine
Yeah.
that. Well, almost
Thursday
like
or
they were busy.
Friday, they were done. I didn't see anything in there.
They had
I was like,
something else
oh,
on their dance card, huh?
training's done. They're going to they're going down. So they probably all flew out of here and then mostly around, Florida and stuff like that, whatever Air Force bases that had or it was mostly what? Yeah, Air Force bases, right? That
Yeah.
attacked. So I don't know. I think it's a good deal all the way around. Venezuelans, and there's a lot of controversy where it's going to be good for them now. Yes, now they can go and do a real elections, but how is the future going to be? We don't know. How is this going to, affect them long term? Nobody really knows. There's a lot of analysts that think that it's going to be worse for them, but who knows? As long as they get some of that money that was being absorbed back into the communities, back into the programs, back into those things, it should go pretty good and have a full democracy as far as they're voting. They vote the right people and do the right thing. But and I guarantee you, if we put a lot of presence, which I'm pretty sure that they're going to build the biggest base down there, Air Force Base, Army bases, Marine Corps bases, probably move Guantanamo over there, holding facilities and stuff like that, and then start shipping out people that aren't supposed to be in America back to there in holding facilities. There's probably all kinds of shit that they're planning, and then obviously Exxon is going to take custody back over on their oil that they had, started back in what was it, 19? No, when was it?
Like 1970 something.
1998, I think it was, wasn't it?
I thought it was back in the 70s.
70s or I don't know what the actual date was. Don't
I
quote
think
me.
it was in relation to when we had those fuel rationing shortages, when they started doing the expansions down there.
Yeah. So they lost it. They lost Exxon lost their product. They lost their everything.
Yeah, when they nationalized.
When Chavez took over, he took everything.
Yeah.
So, even the people from Venezuela are like telling us American people, stop fucking protesting, you stupid people. All you people in Portland, Oregon, what the fuck are you protesting? You don't live here. I thought that was funny. I thought that shit was funny.
Hey, Brian, welcome in.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing a lot of planes here too from Fort Indiana. Probably a lot of people are they're doing a lot of training. A lot of training. Not to put out there what we're seeing on the ground, but you look up in the sky, there's a lot of aircraft playing. I call it playing, but they're training hard. What's up, Brian Sellers over on the YouTube side? Nice truck. What is that? Old as shit. Old, is that Kenworth or Peterbilt? Can't tell. That's Peterbilt, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's old Petey. 1988 Peterbilt, big block. Make your pecker stand up and say yeehaw. Take my Jakes down the hill, them panties drop. Drop.
Let's get roar.
Raw. Yep. America. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I've been watching. I've been watching that stuff.
Well, it's hard not to. It's on every darn channel.
Everything. Everybody's talking about it. Everywhere. Every damn thing.
They're having some pretty big parties down there in Florida where they got large Venezuelan communities with the Cubans. They
Yeah.
were having
Even
big black parties.
well, even New York and all the different everywhere.
Yeah.
All the refugees, all the people that fled the country, There was a lot of people that came over here legit. There was a lot of asylum seekers back in Bush's era, and then the other as soon as he took over, everybody hauled ass out of Venezuela, and they all want to go back. I'm pretty sure they want to go back to their home, but they want to go back to a very safe place, and now it's going to be hopefully
It's going
with
to take a while to stabilize.
Well, that's why Trump said we're going to be running it. So we're going to have a lot of American troops there. They're going to set up a big base. They're basically going to right in the middle of everywhere. The port's going to open up to our ships, which they already pulled in. They had a carrier, a couple other ships and things like that. Our presence of America is going to be there. We're going to establish American presence there. And if not, I wouldn't be imagined if they didn't say Venezuela is going to be another state.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. I mean, a lot of that stuff goes back to Monroe. Like Monroe came out way back when, and he was talking about how the Americas are United States responsibility. It doesn't matter if it's North or South America, and no foreign power or foreign entity would be able to say anything or do anything if we do any kind of police actions inside of the region. So that goes back to the actual Monroe Doctrine. So it's all kind of protected.
Yeah.
But even way back then,
Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico.
Yeah, we didn't have the capability for the navies because at that time we were trying to get rid of the last of the
pirating,
the Spanish settlements and stuff out, and so we didn't really have the big navies. We didn't really have the big armies and all of that stuff. But now that we do, now we have the ability to actually enforce the Monroe Doctrine.
Yeah, 1976. Thank you, Stephen. 1976, Exxon was lost. Thank you to the fans for bringing that up. Yeah, like I said, I don't know too much of the details, the time frames, the dates, and things like that. I'm not that much of a history buff where I would actually sit down and study that shit. But all I'm looking at is what's going on, and I know there was a lot of stuff that happened way before my time, and I don't even think they really taught us too much in history of what was going on down in South America and stuff like that, where they were actually drilling and had those reserves, ran legally by Exxon. Exxon bought up the rights to those wells, or whatever.
I think it's still considered the biggest commercial theft in history.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah, when they took those oil fields back.
Yeah, because they ran everybody out and killed everybody, didn't they? Yeah. And then of course, all the Congress came on and said this is the first time any president since 1976 has actually had the balls to go in there and fucking do something about it. So who knows what's going to happen, but I'm glad that the Venezuelan people, Venezuela, South America and stuff like that are getting what they need, and that's cool, and very minimal of our American might, to go down there and help them, so hopefully it turns out really well for the people of Venezuela. I'm not protesting any no kings bullshit because any dictator, I think, is not fair for the human race.
I mean, that's essentially a king, isn't it?
It's a dictator, yeah. And no kings protests were all about no dictators, right? President Trump, no dictating, and now they're lobbying for him to be released. Like, come on, people, like, get your narrative straight. The Democratic Party is just fucked. They are just fucked across the board. They have no direction right now. And if we got anybody Democratic in the fans here, I apologize, but I'm telling you, man, not saying that Republicans are even fucking smarter, because they're all a bunch of dumbasses too, so if you stay neutral like me, you look at both sides and you're like, you're fucking dumb and you're fucking dumb, okay? I'm about as neutral as they get, I just want my shit to work right. Pay my retirement and give me what I earned. That's it. I don't give a fuck about anything else. Your feelings, wherever, what's going on, whether you're going to pierce yourself or cut some nuts off, I don't know, whatever you want to do. I don't care. I'm not all about that shit.
Yeah, that's their responsibility, their prerogative.
Yep. So Desert Storm was another gas shortage. Yep. It is about the oil. It is. And if you watch Landman, and this is a good reference, they really reference a lot of the history in oil and the oil tycoons. Oil runs everything. Oil runs everything. And yes, it is about oil down there because they got their shit stolen from them. So we, one, reclaim our shit, and then two, help the El Salvador, help that area, and rebuild and become a not democratic, but I don't even know how to say it. This is how non-political I am. Just let them be able to choose who's going to lead them.
Have a democracy.
Democracy. Thank you. I just couldn't think of the word. I know I was thinking about democrats and democracy and republic. So, and it's a lot to swallow, but I personally think they're in the right direction now. So hopefully we keep it that way, and there's no terrorists that try to do some stupid shit down there, because obviously Trump ain't fucking around. He's gonna blow you up. He's gonna take you out.
No fucks given, dude.
They got eyes on, man. Don't underestimate that shit. They knew where he was, what he was eating, the caviar in front of his fucking face. Fuck around, man. Fuck around and find out.
Somebody cashed in that nice bounty on him. What was it? 5 million or 50 million?
It's 50 million, wasn't it?
Yeah, so one of those generals down there is sitting nice right now.
Shit, it's probably his assistant. Hey, fuck you, man. I'm done with this shit. Give me my $50 million. I'm going to America. Fucking Miami.
Right?
Trump's going to be my friend.
I'm going to go play golf in Mar-a-Lago.
I'm going to play golf and invest in crypto. Fuck it. Orale. No, that's Mexican. But El Salvador is mostly what? Portuguese? Not Portuguese. Is it? What is their language is like salud and
yeah, like is it like I think a lot of like Argentina and stuff like that. Those areas got a lot of Portuguese influence.
Is it? Yeah. Obrigado and ciao and arrivederci and it's not Mexican Spanish like yeah. Hola, senor. It's like straight Mexican. What Brenda say? There's more drugs here on the streets than Walgreens has. Hopefully the curb curbs it. Yeah, it should. Of all the narco boats that they're blowing out of the water, there's a lot of cocaine in the southern hemisphere right now in the water.
Yeah, those fish are feeling pretty good, man.
Well, you know what they said? They were the U.S. government was asking for fishermen. And the reason why they're asking for fishermen, they were going to have them troll back and forth, up and down through the currents to try to get all of these, I guess, bales of cocaine and shit like that. So they're getting paid. There's fishermen that are not shrimping right now, and they're actually getting paid by the government to go trawl to pick all this shit up. So I think they put something out that they were looking for actual pirates. That's what they said. America needs actual pirates, and then we were
they're going to put letters of marque out.
They were like, pirates, fucking sign me up, buddy. Put a black flag on my shit. The Black Fleet of Pirates. The Caribbean's filing a pirate.
Hey, Judy, welcome in. Thank you for the chocolate.
Judy and her chocolate. I swear to God, she needs to take a big old picture of a bathtub full of chocolate and her halfway submerged in it. Every time I see Judy, I just think of her just like in this big bathtub of chocolate, because the amount of chocolate that she talks about on a daily basis is, I mean, a lot of chocolate. Chocolate. Yep, we got the regulars in here. Damn, so I'm sorry, man. You sitting there, bud. Do you need anything? You good?
I'm doing pretty good, man.
Okay.
Just kicking back, wasting time. Hopefully I hear something tomorrow, Don't have to renew the room, but
well, you would think
what time the part comes in, it's going to be an all-day job, to pull that turbo off and get behind it to put that ERG back in.
Right. You know what I would have done if you were working for me, if I was your boss, if you were actually working for my if I had Truckers TV up and something like this happened, I would fly you home or drive you, get you a rent a car and drive you home and tell your ass to be back there when it's done. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And still pay you the same amount, you know what I mean, for just sitting on your ass. I would have did that. And that way your sanity would have been preserved, you know, not being frustrated and just sitting there doing absolutely nothing for the time frame, you know?
Been here since Christmas.
Huh?
Been here since Christmas.
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't have I would have drove let you drive because you're only in Oklahoma. You're
Yeah,
not
no,
far.
3 hours.
Yeah, I would have
I got,
rented you a
I
car.
got. They want me to stay with the equipment just in case something happens and I have to move it or something.
The fuck?
Yeah, it's weird, man.
Shit ain't worth it. I don't
Yeah,
give a fuck what kind of equipment you got. What do you got, like spook shit in it? You know? Whatever. I would have got you home.
I
That's the
appreciate it.
difference. Yeah, I would have got you home, man, and let you stay home this time frame until they called up and said, "Hey, it's done. All right, bro, it's done. Here's your rent a car. Go fuck get it. One way car." You know. I don't know. I'm sorry about that, man.
Is hopefully the part comes in tomorrow though.
Yeah. Well, I'd be definitely racking that cash up and say, "Hey, you owe me fucking, you know, almost 70. How many hours? 180 hours, something
Yeah,
like that. 2 weeks worth of work."
yeah, they've kept me paid on it.
Oh, they did pay you? Okay, that's good.
Yeah, every
Yeah, because
day.
payday was Friday, right?
Yeah,
They pay you weekly or every week? Every other week?
yeah. Weekly.
Okay. Yeah, I get paid every 2 weeks, which kinda sucks because, it does and it doesn't, but, you know, I was used to having that weekly paycheck, and it was nice. You know, even if it was like 1,000, $1,200 or whatever it was, but it was every week, you know? Every Friday was like, "Cool, I can, you know, pay this bill or do this or do that," and then now I have to wait every 2 weeks.
Yeah, Patty P. I was supposed to be going last week, but there was a big mix up with the parts, and they didn't end up coming in. So now still
Yeah.
waiting for that part.
And Brenda Miller said, "I would have loaned you my broom to fly home."
All right.
Wait, so Brenda's a witch?
Welcome in, Raymond.
What up, Raymond? How you doing? Right on. Let me put that, if you guys want to join us, all right, this is how you do it. There is a code that I'm giving to you, a link. You hit that link, and it'll prompt you to do some stuff, and then you can jump on board here with us and shoot the shit. I'm gonna be talking to about 8:30 ish, and then I gotta get dressed and go to work. So we got about an hour to get some people in here. Let us know what you think. You know, if you guys are frustrated with what you're seeing on the news and stuff like that, come voice it. You know, put it here forever in Truckers TV's voices here. Um, we're curious. We really want to know what you guys think. I know we're just talking about what we think, but I really want to know what's up with you guys. What you guys think about all this stuff.
Hey, Donnie, welcome in.
What's up, Donnie? How you doing? Yeah, we got you know it, Dennis. You're a witch, huh? Okay, I like witches. Witches are cool. 8:42 in Pennsylvania. Yeah, Donnie, if you want to join us, man, all you got to do is hit that link, follow the prompts. I got to verify that you're not a helicopter swinger. And once we verify that you're not a helicopter swinger, and what I mean by that is somebody that likes to helicopter. We've had a few of those people come on here, and they go in the back of the show, and we're looking at the videos, and sure enough, that shit's like this in the wind. I'm like, what the? That's a good way to get a banned on Facebook, right?
Right.
Pop the first person in, and he's doing a helicopter, and you're all like, "Is that a banana?" That's not a banana. There's some sick people out there. I'll tell you that.
I don't think there's going to be a counter influence or counter attack, Patty P.
That would be stupid. That would be the most dumbest thing that anybody would ever do. Even if those generals did have balls and carry on whatever he wanted done, they're putting their entire everything at risk, their whole infrastructure, because it would take an act of like 2 seconds, a phone call, the president saying, you know what, take out everything. They'll take out all of their power. Not so much for the Venezuelan people, but they'll take out all of military installations. Every single military governmental they would take them out. And it would be it'd be like, I don't know. It would just be simple. It would be one night. They load up all the bombs on the jets and they fly them down from the south, from the north. They already got their strategic points. I guarantee you, they know every single truck, trailer, government, military, whatever, outpost, lookout post, towers, power sources, water sources. They will take them all out in one strike. It will be Tomahawks. It will be jets. I don't think there'll be anybody on the boots on the ground. I doubt it, but they will bunker the shit out of everything. They will blow it up. So I don't think that would be a wise move for the Venezuelan.
We still got quite a bit of operational capability still down there in their waters right now.
Yeah, they got an aircraft carrier sitting right off the coast, if not in port. You don't think they'll launch some jets off right there in port? Well, at least the helicopters. You got all the Apaches, all the helicopters go take some shit out too. That's pretty easy. Yeah, that close to home? No. You'd be dumb to attack America. That would be the last thing you ever fucking did. I guarantee you that. And that's not being let me see. That's not being arrogant. Yeah, that's not being arrogant or anything. It's just the sheer power that we have, especially by air. We have air dominance like crazy. We have jets everywhere, bombers, jets, stealths, helicopters, UAVs. Now we have these drones that go in there and just one-way drones. Can you imagine a fleet of one-way drones just going and attack shit? Oh yeah. Done deal. And that's just what I knew back in, I don't know, 10 years ago. Can you imagine 10 years of development in warfare? Holy fuck, they got bombs that say cheese. Boom. they'll take a TikTok picture of them before it drops, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It does its own podcast on the way over
there. You're done, dude. Are the destroyers are still? Yeah, they got a lot of ships. They got the Iwo Jima is off the coast there. The Iwo Jima battle group, which is all your Marines, all of your amphibious. They're ready to pounce. They got probably a MEU or two, which is like, I don't know, let's say anywhere between 2,000 to 3,000 troops ready to go. Yeah, you go ahead and try it.
Yeah, that's right, Brenda. Thanks to all of our service vets.
This is a really big operation, and it's not something small. They have every single aspect covered. They have air, ground, sea, space. I mean, they probably have satellites on that area. They can look at people taking a piss on their balconies, literally, and see what size thing they got.
If they're doing a helicopter or not.
Pretty intense, and that's just general knowledge. I mean, we got some shit that can look at people, and they know where everybody's at. They know where all the generals are. They know where everybody's at. There's so much intel. Yeah, you would be dumb. It would be stupid. No. It would take all of but 24 hours.
Steven said you got replaced with Skynet.
Huh?
You got replaced with Skynet. That's what Steven said.
Yeah. Dennis got replaced with the Terminator. Right? What's up, Robert Gray? Happy New Year. The big O FAFO. But I'm not.
They sure did. That was like when I woke up on the 3rd, and I mean, just to see all of that on the news, it was like, wow, okay.
It was quick.
Guess we set off some fireworks.
Yep. And it was about as strategic if you possibly get it.
Yeah, surgical.
Very specific, and which is great because precision strikes of what can really cripple. And he knew when they walked in and bust down that door, time's up, bro.
Yeah, he didn't even have a
FAFO.
chance to get into a safe room or
And
anything.
he's like, can I just put my sweatsuit on? Smart move, keeping our military there will keep the Taliban. Yeah. Yeah. But what to take from all of this, I am so happy that they are not briefing. They're briefing Congress and the House of Representatives after the fact because it's not a declaration of war, so it's just an administration doing their job to protect the American people and protect
counterterrorism.
Counterterrorism. So that's part of falls underneath the administration.
Based on the law, counterterrorism, any counterterrorism activity, as long as Congress is briefed within 48 hours of the time that it's happened, then that is the actual legal code of it.
But Congress and the House of Representatives, they're swearing up and down it's an act of war. It's not. It's not an act of war because he already declared attacking the narcos. Yeah. And he specifically went in there for just the narcos. And obviously they're trying to spin this off every effing way that they can. And it's just not sticking, other than the Portland people thinking that, no kings 1 week to supporting a king, which is the most dumbest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Well, if brains were dynamite, some people wouldn't have enough to blow their nose.
Yeah, I mean, freedom of speech, go out there and protest what you think, but just think about what you're protesting. Come on, people. One week you're about no kings, and then the next week you're trying to, free an actual dictator, not the president. The president of the United States is not a dictator. He's not dictating anything. He's doing his job, basically, what therefore the presidents in the past have lacked to do. And therefore Congress has lacked to do in the last, I don't know, fucking what, 2 decades? Congress has been fucking up, just taking our money and getting rich off of our backs and then just hauling ass. And then don't get me started on all this fucking fraud. Oh my God. OMG.
Yeah,
and they haven't even hit California yet. They haven't even gone to California. They haven't even gone to California. Newsom, you better keep your mouth shut, bro. Because they're coming for you. They are. And it's only a matter of time. And then, hopefully the American people are going to get satisfied with any indictments or anything. Anybody gets arrested or thrown in jail or lose their positions, because that's what needs to happen. All these people that are supposed to be in charge and had all of this fraud and stuff going on. And it didn't happen overnight. This shit's been going on for a long time. And they established a system. And that's what's fucked up, is that you open up a building, you request for the care aid, they get it, and then they nobody's auditing them, nobody's taking care, and they took advantage of the whole time frames, because they know IRS is being not doing the full capacity. They know that the government had shutdowns, and then the last president was doing the auto pen, so money was just flowing like it was just blowing. People were taking money left and right. So
yeah, I very much believe that's why they allowed the government to shut down, so they could get more of those projects going.
Probably something like that. So hopefully everything gets caught up and the tails get chopped off of those who have been participating in it and orchestrating it. And I guarantee you it's going to go back to some of the senators and some of the congressmen that directly or indirectly have made this happen. What's up, Nick? How you doing, buddy? Nick's my boy.
Welcome in,
Nick. What up, Nick? What's up, Nick? So, I don't know. I just hope something swift happens to these people that are supposed to be in charge of this, especially up in Minnesota. I won't go to Minnesota. You won't catch me dead. I won't go up there. Nope. So even if I was a truck driver, I wouldn't go up there. So you will. Because you're going to have to go up there because you're over the road, but I won't ever go up there.
Yeah, I do some stuff up there. I was there doing a lot of the storm cleanup when they had all that flooding up there.
Was the Mississippi overflowed?
Yeah, some in the Iowa River and stuff like that going through there. Yeah. Going into the fairgrounds where they would bring in all the hazmat from all of the houses and just picking up roll-offs and taking them out to Wisconsin.
So, disclaimer, guys, it's just our personal opinions. It doesn't get backed up by anything. It's not out there mainstream. Not, it's just our personal opinions of what we think. Whether you agree with it, you don't agree with it, it's totally up to you. If you don't like this particular content, you kick rocks. See you later. Have fun. Don't have your feelings hurt. So on and so forth. That is one thing about Truckers TV. We may hurt your feelings and say something that will totally piss you off. But hey, that's what the First Amendment is, right?
Yeah, I agree with you, Nick. Man, I used to live there. I was born and raised there back in the '80s and stuff, and it was a wonderful place to be back then. But no, they completely ruined it.
Is the First Amendment for freedom of speech, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First Amendment's protected by the Second Amendment.
Yeah.
Whereas a polite society is an armed society.
Fuck commie Florida lame places.
Yeah, it is now.
Commie Fournier, yeah. What's up, Tammy?
Hey, Tammy.
Yeah, Steven said paid actors, and they're all paid. All the protesters in Portland, Oregon, they're all paid. Paid protesters. $20 million came from the communist, some communist group.
Yeah, well, I'll be
communist
before like those No Kings and stuff. All that stuff was happening.
Well, that came from Walmart. Everybody said that came from Walmart.
I could see the buses, man, out on the highways going to the certain towns that because when you see like a group of like charter buses, and there's like nothing really for them to be 7 or 8 charter buses all traveling in a group.
Yep.
Yeah, completely unmarked, and yeah, man.
And then you have the main protesters, and then you have the spectators that are around seeing what was going on because it's the most interesting thing they've seen in town yet.
Right.
So they gather up all of those people and say, hey, look, there's thousands upon thousands of people. No, there ain't, motherfucker. There's 25 people that you bust in and 10,000 people looking at what's going on, So you add all that up to one big protest, which are all smoking crack. You know what I'm saying? So, I was born and raised there also. Lived in Tennessee now 10 years. Oh, yeah. He got out when he could.
Move my happy ass to Arkansas.
And just like the Democrats love Venezuela communist drug lords. I know, right? It's just it's stupid. We're going to protest no kings, but yet we're going to support a narco, a communist dictator of a country that's not even a legit elected leader.
Who actually tried to murder for hire people here in the United States,
Did he?
Yeah, he had a hit out on Mark Rubio.
Oh, well. Yeah. And then you got all these rumors and then people talking shit. Well, Mark Rubio is going to take over Venezuela. It's going to be the next state. Well, hopefully it is. I'd like to travel to Venezuela. Hello. I'd like to travel there without a passport. I know the Venezuelan people would love to come to America and travel back and forth without a passport. Shit. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the workforce? There goes solves your fucking workforce problem. If people can come back and forth and live in both places, have dual locations, live and work, and then go back and forth freely, as one of the states, just like Greenland. That's the next thing that's coming up.
Yeah, that in the Western Canada.
Either that, or they're going to build up more military installations up there, or bigger, more badass places up there. They're going to inhabit half the island or something. Something's going to happen. And then Norway is going to be like, well, no, we don't want this. Well, motherfuckers, it's going to happen. You don't need an island way out here. They need to be independent. They need to be able to choose if they want to be, whatever. So I can see the strategicness of Norway. Definitely can. To set up a Northcom up there.
Yeah, for Greenland.
A huge Northcom, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Greenland or Iceland? Yeah. Iceland. No, it's Iceland. Is it Iceland or North?
I think it's Greenland. Yeah.
Oh, Greenland, yeah. One of those fucking icy places up there. At the top of Canada. Canada's going to be a little bit more trickier. I can see Alberta joining us and putting up borders where they are. I can see that, like an extension of America going into there and then coming over to Alaska and then connecting Alaska to Alberta and back. So now we can travel freely through Alberta into Alaska, build highway systems up there. And it just, Alaska is just the frontier out there. I mean, there's so much shit out there, resources. I think there's a lot of gold up there. There's a lot of resources up there, just to be able to expand, because I can see that happening. Or from Alberta, Canada over to the west. If Vancouver opens up, if that whole west opens up into Alaska, and you'll have America all into Alaska and stuff like that. But I can see that happening. But as far as the French in Quebec,
yeah,
and Montreal, and they're blah, 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 blah. I don't like America, so I doubt they'll even want to participate in entertaining about being in America. But I know the West. I've been to Alberta, Canada, and it is just a wonderful place. I mean, it's, if you can get up there and go into driving up through there, it's beautiful. And some of the most beautiful Rocky Mountains that continue up through Montana up into Canada.
Yeah.
Some of those mountains are just the most beautiful landscapes I've ever seen. And we would obviously we'd share our wealth with the Canadians. Obviously they're gonna prosper because they're gonna have the same benefits as we do down here. And probably their lifestyle is going to be a little bit better than.
Yeah, they'd be doing a lot better off because, they wouldn't have to be paying for all the socialist ideas that Cuba are trying to put onto them. And that's one of the things that they're really tired of, is funding everything in the socialist eastern part, and then not being able to start the projects that they want to start. Going after the copper, going after the timber, going after the oil.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's going to be. I think we're going to be looking at a very, very different atlas within the next 10 years.
10 years or so. It's going to take probably 3 presidencies if it goes in the direction that it's going now. But like I said, if and I don't know if we go backwards, like we've gone so far forward, right? We've gone into the right direction and going forward with Trump doing what he's doing. So that this 3 years that he has left, or 2.5 years, or whatever it is, the next president is going to be the most key president on keeping that direction going.
That momentum.
Because, the momentum. Because if it is not maintained, and I'm nobody special, I'm just a dude watching what's going on. If they put somebody else in there and it goes back the other way, swinging back towards the ideals of what they wanted beforehand, the American people are just going to be like, oh, fuck no. And that's when I think any kind of civil war is going to happen, is when they start seeing everything that's been tried to be built for the good is going to be taken back and redone again. And I have a very, very few choice of words on how to put this, but if we go backwards, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good for a lot of people. If we go back to where we were before in Biden's time, or even Obama's time, we're fucked. We're pretty much fucked. So I hope it doesn't. I hope it goes forward and it gets better. And that's what it should do. And that's what the American people should expect. That's what they should expect. But the only reason why I'm talking about all this, guys, tonight is because I'm bored out of my fucking mind, and I just downloaded a whole bunch of information, and I'm just like, so it's just, this is just me talking, shooting the shit with everybody, just like what's going on, But when it comes down to it, I really don't give a fuck, as long as you don't take my retirement and you don't mess with my money.
Yep.
Everything else, I'm pretty good, because I don't qualify for any SNAP, so I don't give a fuck. I don't qualify for any benefits other than my veteran stuff, so I don't really give a fuck. And my paychecks is what I earn for my keep for trading my time for work. So I don't really give a fuck what Joe Schmo that chops his wee off and tries to say I want no kings, but then I want a dictator. I don't know. I don't give a shit about what that person thinks. That's not my cup of tea. So
there it is.
I just doing what I'm doing, man. You know, wake up, go to work. Now I don't know if I want to pay taxes. I'm really pissed off about that too. So I'm that's maybe one bandwagon I'll try to jump on with everybody. But you know, this whole tax season is going to be just fucked. And they're
Yeah.
bribing everybody. Oh, if you do your taxes, you're gonna get $2,000. You know, on
Yeah, but
top of whatever your returns are.
you're going to owe 2,999. We'll give you 2,000, so we get 1,000. You know.
So they're already bribing you to do your taxes. And I really believe, like, there was this one guy on Facebook, and I don't know if I can recite it the way he did it, but he was talking about if you were born in America, you're already a free citizen. Okay. You're a free citizen. You don't have to pay taxes. But as soon as you sign that first document saying that you're going to check that box of tax returns and stuff like that, that's when you opt into participating. So you're really not supposed to do it at all when you're born. And you can hide behind the law in which states that you were born into the United States as a non-taxed person or some shit like that. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but that's the way they get around it by not paying taxes at all. Or you can opt out with your W-2 and say, I don't want to pay federal taxes until the end of the year. So they don't get zit. They don't get shit off of you get all your money throughout the year and then you file your taxes at the end of the year. So they don't get your money throughout the year. They just get at the end of the year when you file. That's when they get their money. So if everybody did that, then there would be no money for the whole year until the end of the year for the government. And that was something else that they were talking about too. And I was just like, well, fuck, all right. You know, taxes are like Christmas club. I know, right? But there's so many different people, so many different like people that have done a lot of research on this and really understood the law are saying that it's not against the law to not pay your taxes throughout the year, you know.
Yeah, as long as you file at the end.
As long as you file, but
Yeah, you don't need to do
you're already paying your taxes regardless. When you sign
right.
that W-2, you're already paying your taxes. It's just you need to file that you paid your tax or some shit like that. I don't know. So it's all legal mumbo jumbo. But if you didn't do that to begin with when you were born, like when you're 18 and you get your first W-2, I don't know what's legal, what's not legal. I'm not telling everybody not to go pay.
Kind of offset by being issued a social security card.
Yeah,
because that's part of the reason why your social security card, if you ever look at it, your name is always in just all capital letters because that's fiscal responsibility. That's as a business entity. That's not as a private citizen.
Right. So yeah, it's I don't know. I just hope that somebody does something and just abolishes taxes altogether and just comes up with I'm more I think my idea is just a flat rate, is some kind of tiered flat rate. If you make $200,000 plus, you only pay, 400, or 500. If you're below that, you pay 400, 200, 100. And if you're dirt fucking poor with only like $10,000 a year, then you pay a percentage of that. You know what I mean? And that's it. And it goes across the board. Everybody pays that at the end of the year. So you keep all the money that you possibly make. You keep it all. You keep it all. You spend it. You buy your own health care. You buy your own this, that. Everything's up for sale, right? You buy what you want. What you need, you buy. You keep all your federal and state and income taxes and things like that. You keep all of that into your paychecks. You trade your time for work. They pay you accordingly. Then at the end of the year, you pay one flat motherfucking fee for everything. And then they collect all that and then they pay all their bills. They pay all the programs, they pay all their bills, and it's more controlled and more organized like that. You get one fucking like January 1st, every year, January 1st. If you have a social security number, you pay. If you are a certain bracket of reporting your income, you pay this much. And you happily give that $500-$600 or whatever, $1,000 for the rich people, whatever. You pay your $1,000 and you care about your fucking bill. You carry on. And that's it. All that money gets collected up and then they can spend it on their fucking government shit. They can buy toys. They can make bombs. They could pay for healthcare, or the other thing Trump was talking about is that you can basically pay for your own healthcare. If you don't need healthcare, don't pay for it. You know what I mean? But then how is that going to affect, the business aspect of this? Nobody's paying their healthcare and they're all pocketing that shit until they're sick. What's the ratio? How many people are going to get sick that they actually pay for it? And then can the businesses survive without that constant income coming in? It would all have to be looked at. It'll all have to be adjusted. It'll all have to change. This is what you get. Make do with it. Congress, you get 4 years to get into Congress and do your fucking job, and then you get out. You cannot go back into Congress anymore. You cannot be voted in anymore.
Yeah,
that gives a fresh new outlook on new people, new ideas, new things like that. And you're capped out on what you can, and you can't fucking inside trade. You can't do, for that 4 years you're in Congress, you cannot do any trading. You cannot benefit from knowing more than what everybody else knows. Because half these motherfuckers are on boards of the companies that are making the money. Like, they're part of the boards. They know exactly what the fuck is going on. So, Obamacare made everyone to have health care. Well, they wanted everybody, but not everybody signed up for health care. So it's kind of a flop. Not everybody signed up for it. I know if you were on even Dennis and Andrew, everyone.
Hey Jimmy,
what's up? What's up, bud? Lisa Thomas said here. But yeah, I mean, that's just my personal opinion. Now, I'm not a scholar. I'm not a Harvard graduate. I didn't go to fucking MIT. I'm not educated enough to put all this shit in numbers and put it down. Damn sure I can't even do my own shit. But anyways, if somebody was smart enough to come up with a decent way that it was just a one-time deal, and that would be great. I would pay my bill and we'd care about our business,
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Anybody got any ideas?
Like how some of that healthcare is supposed to change this? Like what? Next few days?
What?
Are all the healthcare things?
It's supposed to run out of their time frame.
Yeah, because the wife and the son went in to get their vision appointments done, and they said, "Oh, well, you guys aren't covered." I'm like, well, that's kind of weird because I pay for it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. I know the government's probably going to shut down again, showing defiance like it did last time. So that means the Democrats, basically were just, I don't know, somebody folded just to get it back up and going again so they wouldn't, look bad. But they're going to try to do it again. I guarantee you. They're going to try to shut it down again, and they're going to point fingers at each other and do the whole fucking. And a lot of people are going to be upset when they start lobbying in the House, complaining back and forth to each other about why they're shutting it down and what we need to do. Well, you had all this time since the last shutdown to fucking get this all situated, and you didn't. Yeah. And you doesn't look like anybody's doing anything really. So we'll see what happens.
No, they're all too busy talking about Maduro right now.
Yeah. All talking about how they can free him. Stupid. Do you think he can go back to his country? Do you even think?
And see, that was one of the things that I heard, is that that's part of the reason why there was way less military resistance, is because that there was a possibility that Maduro, like, in order to make safe exit out of his company, had already kind of prearranged it with Trump in order to be extradited.
Maybe.
And that's why they
would have killed him, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's a possibility. I think he was worried kind of about getting whacked.
Probably, but he's not ever going to go back.
Yeah, because I mean, like how when they grabbed Osama or Saddam or anything like that, they didn't transfer them with their spouse.
No, I don't. Did they? They ended up killing him, didn't they?
Yeah.
I think he probably blew. But I think he blew himself up.
They ended up capturing.
Yeah.
But no, they didn't transport him with their spouses. You know what I mean? Well, that was kind of weird that they picked her up too.
Yeah. Well, they picked up a few people, and some of their closest key people. So they picked them all up. And it was kind of strange that they're all in the same place too.
Right.
Unless they had different, obviously the details of the extra,
Yeah, we're not
getting them
privy to
out of
that.
there. Were they all in the same place, or they all rounded them up and then fucking took off? Who knows?
Hey, Michelle.
Somebody knows. What's up, Michelle? But yeah, it's crazy to talk about, but to hear American, I don't mean American white people that are non-Hispanic or South American or anywhere near Venezuelan culture are saying free a dictator when prior to that they were saying no dictators as
Right.
no
Yeah,
king.
it's just mind blowing.
That is just the most acidine thing that I think it's stupid. And the rest of the world is looking at it as like these fucking idiots. They'll protest anything.
Yeah.
You give somebody $20. $20 is $20. Yeah, I'll hold a fucking sign for $20. What's up? I don't even know what the fuck we're doing, but hey, give me $20. It was a crack I want to fucking smoke down the road.
Hey, George. Hey, Jeff. Welcome in.
It's just acidine as hell, man. Stupid.
And see, that was one of the things is like back a while back when I was taking the wife to do her chemotherapy, I had to take her all the way into San Francisco. And one of the things that we would do is we just, we'd go out and check out some of the tourist stuff. And we went and checked out Golden Gate Park. And I started talking to some of the homeless people there because I noticed like these vans would pull up and they would have these boxes in the back of the vans, and then they would just start handing out these backpacks to these guys, and they didn't care who it was. And I'd be like, hey, that's pretty cool. Who does all that for you guys? And they're like, oh yeah, that's those are the Democrat vans. And I was like, what do you mean? They come by and they give us backpacks with clothes. There's usually some food inside of it. There's $300. There's a phone. They just hand it out.
No shit.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy stuff, man.
Just crazy.
And then, like, when we went through that super fire there in California, one of the very first people that came up and started trying to hand out money to the survivors of the super fire was the Communist Chinese Party.
Mm.
They were actually up there handing out red envelopes.
To try to recruit them.
Yeah, pretty much. See, we're here to help you. We're here to help you, but where's your government?
Yeah, that's propaganda. A lot of propaganda. A lot of crazy shit goes on, man. And people are influenced. Like, they're just influenced. They don't like this whole tax thing. Unless you get some really big billionaires to step behind this, and Joe Schmo, me and you back here, and it's not going to go anywhere. Even if I talked about it blue to my face that hey, nobody should pay taxes, whatever, we should get money. Some lady was talking about everybody should get $25,000. That's for rep. What do they call it? When you get paid for something because of something happened.
Reparations.
So, yeah. So $25,000 to every taxpayer needs to come back to us because of all the fraud, waste, and abuse that has been discovered. And that's not going to happen. It will never happen, even regardless if we had millions upon millions of people back that up and put it out there and share it and things like that. It shit ain't going to happen because there's nobody that's going to force the hand of Congress or the House of Representatives to even do anything remotely for the people because they're just not going to do it. They're not going to give every single American citizen $25,000 of all the money that's been collected in taxes already. Just not going to do it. So I don't even think you should even fucking care because it's not going to happen. Some people are like, well, it can happen if you just support it. Well, yeah, I might be dead before it even happens. But I don't know. It's stupid. Stupid stuff, man. Oh my god. Judy in the house, Michelle. Everybody's saying hi to each other. Yeah, we're just yeah, Congress stole how much of Social Security for the pet projects? Yeah. It's not even funny how much. And I could see Elon Musk and his team getting frustrated. They did everything up to their deadline. of what they were required to do. But it was a frustrating thing for them because they uncovered all of this bullshit and they made their reports. And again, nothing happened.
Right.
And right now, how quiet are the Democrats? You know, that they're supporting Madami, you know, in New York right now. You had their three top supposedly Democrats are backing that up. So they've been there for the last couple of weeks dealing with all that, right? But where are the other Democrats? Where's the sitting in the chambers, you know, preaching about all of this shit and talking for hours like they did last time? Where are they? No, they're shutting their fucking mouths because the Epstein files are out. They don't want that going any further than what it needs to go. They're not talking about Epstein anymore right now. It's whatever the topic is that's blowing up that everybody wants to bitch about is what the topic is going to happen. So Epstein files is kind of just slipped to the side.
Right.
Nobody's talking about it. Democrats ain't talking about it. Republicans are not talking about it because it all points to fucking the Clintons. I mean, why are you bullshitting? It all points to Mr. Clinton. When Clinton was like all up into that shit. You know, it wasn't Trump. Trump's not all of those in that thing. Clinton is. You know, so it's crazy. Congress so much here, but yeah, project.
Lisa, that is the new mayor of New York, this Democratic Socialist mayor.
Lisa, you don't know who that is? Holy shit. Were you in the woods of Arkansas? He's the socialist, the communist socialist, or whatever it is. I don't even think that's communist. I think he's just...
Yeah, socialist.
And he's Muslim, right? Muslim socialist?
Yeah.
Whatever, yeah.
Yeah, the first mayor to be sworn in on a Quran.
Yeah, I saw that too. And he had it over the Bible. What kind of political statement is that?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? So I'm a very optimistic person. I'll give anything a shot, right? He's got 4 years to try to do something good for the New Yorkers, right? Hands down, he got elected by the people, whatever. We're going to see what's going to happen now. Now, if they start shutting down this, changing that, and it's Shirley law or whatever the
Sharia law, yeah.
Sharia law takes place and everybody is bounded by this. Either you're going to see all of the New Yorkers that are true New Yorkers that have lived their New York in life, they're going to be like, fuck this, I'm out. And they're going to move out of this place. So New York is going to be a place where they're all going to come to, and everybody that doesn't want it is all going to move out. They're going to leave their shit behind. They're going to sell everything off. They're going to roll out. And they're already doing that now. People are moving to Florida. People are moving to shit. They're coming out here to the Midwest.
Yeah.
You know, Springfield is booming right now. People are coming from Florida. People are coming from all over into Springfield, Missouri. You know, the Midwest, Kansas City, you know, St. Louis. And St. Louis is one of the most dangerous places to live, and Kansas City is. But the outskirts of these small towns and things like that, people are buying up barndominiums. They're buying up houses. They're buying up real estate, and they're building their homes out here, and they're building businesses out here. They're bringing all the businesses out here into the Midwest. They're coming out from all of these radical fucking states, and mostly the blue states. People are moving out of there.
Right, into the red states, yeah.
Into the red states. They're going to Texas. A lot of people going to Texas. A lot of people going south. It's crazy. You know, a lot of people are leaving California. They're fleeing. You know, I don't know how many times I see California plates on cars coming across. You know, U-Hauls with California plates. May not be from California, but their plates say it. Somebody wants to go buy shrimp.
Sharia.
Shrimp Sharia. Let them, but don't force me on. Right. And that's what's going to happen is they're going to be... I'm glad I'm out of New York. I was 75 miles north of the city when he was going to hurt the rest of New York because, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
But like I said, I'm very optimistic. Let's see what he can do. He's in there. He's elected. He's not getting out. So he's either going to fuck it up or make it worse than it is, or he's actually going to do some changes. and it's going to be for the good or for the whatever. But I highly, highly doubt it. And I think it's going to be miserable for the people that have lived in New York their whole lives.
No, Lisa, we can see your comments.
To have that change. So Lisa, you're probably watching. No, you're not watching on YouTube because I'm only broadcasting on one channel, and that's Truckers TV right now. So everybody's here. So I don't know. I see your comments right there.
Yep.
Lisa. I don't block anybody, Lisa. I don't, unless you're a real shithead.
Or
I don't block anybody. I might put you in timeout, but I don't block anybody. I really don't. If I can come in here and bitch and moan about different things and talk about different stuff, then anybody else can too. I don't block anybody.
Yeah, the only people I block are the bots that come in trying to, come look at my nudes.
Or yeah, let me straddle you there, young man. Like what? Look like Barbara Streisand. What the fuck? But anyway. All right, well, it's 8:30 coming up here pretty soon. Just want to wrap it up here. Thank you, everybody in the background who has come on. I might go live. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to Conway, so it's the same old fucking drive again. But you're more than welcome to join me tonight. Shoot the shit. Tell me how you really feel. And if not, I hope you guys have a great night. And thank you, Andrew, as always, coming on here with me. I know you're bored out of your fucking mind, man. I'm sorry.
It's my pleasure, buddy.
I'm sorry.
Wish I could do some driving content, but, not the courage right now.
You will. You will in time. We got plenty of time.
But all right, you guys all have a great night. You guys all stay blessed. Have a wonderful, good New Year.
All right, bud.
All right.
Good night, everybody.